Hello, Jeffrey.
Hello, Mr. Harlan. So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
We met decades ago. One of my first junkets ever was Deep Blue Sea at the Regal Royal Hotel in New York, and I was sitting right next to you. So this is my 30th year as a film critic, and you were there at the very beginning. So it's
Oh
good to
my
see you.
goodness. Great to see you. We were young and beautiful in those days,
Yes, I still
but we are
remember
still
with
beautiful.
it's still beautiful, but I remember you with your long hair still and your
Yeah, yeah.
you like that. Well, congratulations on The Strangers Chapter 2. When we last left Maya, we left her for dead. But what's great about horror films in that genre is there's never really an end, is there? It can go on forever.
Exactly. And that was the whole idea behind making this sort of a remake of a classic was not to, let's just make that movie, but let's make a series of three movies and go from the idea like, what if she didn't die? What would happen next day when she wakes up?
And what I love about this version, part two, is instead of taking place in a house all in one place, we use the entire town of Venus, Oregon. That opens up to more possibilities. The hospital, the diner, the morgue. It gives you more creative freedom, doesn't
Absolutely. I felt like I was let out of jail when
it?
I got into the second movie because while it was great to make the first one, but like I said, it was more or less a remake of the original, and it all takes place pretty much in a house. So now being able to use a bigger canvas, use all those locations that you mentioned, but also the forests around the town, and make it really like a survival movie, like First Blood or The Revenant. I love that aspect about it.
And we go into a deeper dive this time around with the strangers themselves. We get a little bit more about them, don't we?
Definitely, we are of course exploring our protagonist Maya, played by Madeline Petch, and her mental and physical state. Where do you go after this kind of a horrific near death experience, and how far can you be pushed? But then on the other side, I felt like the fans always, and me included, we were so curious about, these murders are completely random. These serial killers are never explained in any shape or form. And now we are able to explore that also a little bit and start showing hints of who they are and where they're coming from.
Well, you have a long career as an action director. When I think of you, I think of Cliffhanger and Die Hard 2. And where do you, as a filmmaker, change in going into the horror genre? Is it a different mode of thinking than it is for action films?
In a way, it is very different because in an action film, in general, the thinking is that more is more. So blow up more stuff and shoot up more stuff and do more car chases and whatever it is, because that's part of the entertainment of an action movie. And in a horror film, it's almost like less is more. And you have to keep it very real, and you have to keep it very down to earth and very raw, because the audience, in order for them to take the journey with you, they have to relate to it. They have to feel like it's something that could happen to them, and they could be in that situation, and it plays with their primal fears and real life situations. So it is a different mindset. What's similar is telling a story visually and trying to. And what I really enjoyed about the chapter two is that there are big segments where there's no dialogue at all, and it's all visual storytelling. And I think that's my favorite kind of movie making.
Also, I look forward to how you trick the audience, with scares, because horror audiences are very aware. So to try to get them off guard is a real challenge.
It is, and I always say that horror is kind of the flip coin of comedy, but because they have the same basic structure, which is if you want to make the audience laugh, you have to set up a situation, then you have to build it up to certain expectations, and then you have to surprise the audience with the punchline, and then you get a big laughter. And in a horror film, you do the same, but you want to get a scream. And it's about misleading the audience or leading the audience and surprising them, and that's the fun of it.
And Halloween is coming up next month. Are you excited to see a lot of people in cosplay wearing the strangers' masks all around?
Yeah, I wish I had some kind of a share in the merchandise, because I bet there's going to be a lot of those.
And you just had the premiere in LA, and also it's premiering at Fantastic Fest. Are you excited to see these movies now with an audience?
Oh yeah, that's the best. I hadn't seen this movie with an audience at all, and it was my first time in the LA premiere, and it was amazing to see people react and scream in the right places and jump in the right places and laugh in the correct places. It's the best. It's been we started making these movies when my daughter was born. 3 weeks after my daughter was born, we started shooting this whole project. And now my daughter is 3.5 years old. So it gives you an idea how much work goes into this, and being able to be there finally with the audience and see the audience enjoy it. It's the greatest joy.
Well, Mr. Harlan, congratulations. It's a total thrill to see you again. So let's not make it 30 years until our next time, especially
Absolutely not.
Strangers 3 Part 3 is coming out. So let's talk again soon, my friend.
I can't wait. Thank you, Jeffrey.
Thank you so much.